I'm sitting here beyond shocked that the media is angry that the president is back at the White House going through the recovery process of COVID. They're furious. They're furious that a 74-year-old man is recovering from COVID. I guess they thought, well, that's it. He's done. He dies from COVID, and we got this thing in the bag because, you know, if Pence has to step in, Biden can surely beat Mike Pence. Surely, if the president dies from COVID, that has to be their I don't even know whether to play these clips for you or not. It's alarming. I know we say this a lot about how crazy they are. Oh, they're crazy. From the New York Times to CNN to MSNBC to the Washington Post, they flipped their lids. And I'm sitting here, I have to admit it, it's kind of scary. That you're actually angry that the president went home from the hospital? And then, I don't even know where to begin. You want to begin with the New York Times tweet? Are you ready for this? Maggie Haberman, New York Times. Here's what she tweeted last night at 7:04 p.m. This is an actual reporter from the New York Times. This woman covers the White House for the New York Times. So all the libs, all the lefties, everybody left of center and beyond follows the New York Times lead. Here's what Maggie Haberman tweeted. I'm not making this up. I swear to you, this is not The Onion. This is not Babylon Bee. This is real. This is an actual quote from, because you saw the president, right? He walked out of the hospital, got on Marine One, flew back to the White House, climbed a billion steps to get to the balcony. I couldn't climb those steps probably and not be winded. He just got out of the hospital for COVID. He climbed 75 steps to get up to the balcony by himself, standing on the balcony, took his mask off, saluted the country, it was a majestic moment. Here was the New York Times official explanation. Takeaway. Quote, the president's advisors hope to show that he's beaten the virus and also that he understands it better than he did. First thing he did when he got to the White House was take his mask off. He's standing by himself on the balcony outside of the residence, and she's angry that he took his mask off. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck here. Is he supposed to sleep with the mask? Do they want the mask on 24/7? Does he go to the bathroom with the mask on? Does he sit by himself in the men's room and go to the bathroom? With his mask on? Does he eat with the mask on? What, is he ever allowed? Maggie, is he ever allowed to take the mask off? First thing he did, took the mask, and the front page of the New York Post. New York Post. If you're watching on the stream, if you go to MikeOnline.com, click Watch Mike on TV. I'll hold this article up for you. I'll hold the front page. Look at this. Face off. It's got a picture of Trump taking his mask off. Defiant Trump removes mask after release from hospital. I don't know if he's defiant. He's probably glad to get the mask off because he got home. I believe you can take the mask off when you're alone in your home. I think maybe we're the crazy ones. Honest to goodness, I'm at a point right now where I'm just, you don't want a healthy president? You want him to die? You want him to be sick? You want him to be incapacitated? Are you actually angry, mainstream media, that he's getting well? Are you mad at it? They're so pathetically desperate for him staying in the hospital. They can't believe he's left the hospital. How dare he? They can't stand the fact that he is doing better. And it has upset them. Let me strike that. It has enraged them. They're raging. They are literally raging. The president said, don't be afraid of this. You cannot let it dominate your life. You got to live your life. You got to be careful. We do have to be careful, of course. We know that people have died from this thing. It's a tough virus. It's a vicious virus. But the president said, don't cower in fear. So that has triggered folks like Jake Tapper at CNN into a complete and total raging meltdown.
I just want to take a second here. President Trump wrote on Twitter, "Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life." Almost 210,000 Americans are dead from this disease, meaning hundreds of thousands of people in this country are mourning. Oh, we just reached 210,000 since I've been on air. 210,000 Americans dead, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Americans mourning them. 7.4 million Americans have contracted the disease. Many of them are going to have health problems for the rest of their life. For President Trump, who gets the best medical care of anybody in the world, to say, don't be afraid of COVID, don't let it dominate your life. There are children who don't have parents now because of this virus. Don't let it dominate your life?
So Jake Tapper obviously believes you need to make it dominate your life. You need to absolutely live, breathe in fear 24/7. Have your mask on when you're by yourself. Don't leave your home. Quit your job. Tell your kids they can't go to school. You just gather everybody up and live in a bunker for the rest of, I don't know, certainly the rest of 2020, maybe most of 2021. As long as this virus is here, I guess. I'm serious. Jake Tapper clearly believes you must let it dominate your life. If the president says, don't let it dominate your life, and an anchor on CNN says, in shock and has just this incredulous reaction, don't let it dominate your life, well, then he obviously thinks it needs to dominate your life. And if you believe that, I really urge you to get help, to see a pastor, ask for help with a psychotherapist. I'm a big believer in therapy. I'm a big believer in psychotherapy. Talk to somebody, meditate, pray, go to church, because your world is upside down. There's something wrong with you. I am absolutely concerned as can be about COVID. You know I am. Some of you get mad at me because I want you to wear a mask when you come in contact with other people. I believe that. I want you to wash your hands as often as you can for at least 20 seconds. I want you to use your phone soap. I want you to, be smart. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with Jake Tapper and say, I agree that you shouldn't let it dominate your life. Now, is that an outrageous position? Am I outrageous for saying that? Tell me, please. I'll put you, as I always do, I'll put you to the top of the line. 1-800-655-MIKE. 800-655-6453. Please, I'm begging you to challenge me and tell me I'm wrong and the president is wrong when we say don't let COVID dominate your life, and Jake Tapper is right and correct when he clearly believes you should make sure it dominates your life. 800-655-MIKE. It's Tuesday, October 6th. We're back in the ReliefFactor.com studios and ready for action. I'm glad you could join us for the Mike Gallagher Show. Again, one open line. Please give me your reaction to this. Please let me know what you think of the media clearly distraught, enraged that the president is home at the White House recovering from COVID and suggesting you shouldn't cower in fear and let coronavirus dominate your life. Let's talk about it for just a few moments here on the Mike Gallagher Show. 800-655-MIKE. Welcome in.